If this is true, I think I'll get one of these. Increase your horsepower by up to 25% and lower your gas consumption by up to 3 miles per gallon. Is this a joke?
Nope, this is 100% true. They are actually made by a member of this site, to a very high standard too. For more details, drop Mr. Carl a PM. I am sure he will do you a good deal.
For real bloody hell, Mr. Carl, where are you? I want one. I thought it was one of those gain 15 bhp for a few pound things, no offense intended.
Yep. Carl designed the electric supercharger a while ago with enormous success. He has just become a father again, and I honestly do not know how he can afford to sell his work for £20 with 3 children to support. Last I heard, Ross Brawn was considering trying to find a loophole in the F1 rules to allow him to use it. Not all these things are fake, you know.
You just see so many of these things on eBay that it is hard to take any of it seriously. I will definitely send him a PM about getting one. Sounds worthwhile and a hell of a bargain.
There was a build thread on here some time ago for the prototype design. It is a shame the site's search function is so weak. You would be amazed at the amount of effort and work that went into designing these things. Apparently he is working on some new oxygen condenser technology, but he's keeping it such a bloody secret. I have tried to find the link for you guys to Carl's work, but there seems to be an issue with the search function at the moment.
Well, I've sent him a PM, saying sorry before he reads this. I'm jetting one. Is he a bit of a genius then? This stuff sounds good. Any of you tried this item?
I have got one of these and gives a nice boost in mid-range power. This item is from Miami.
Yeah, I was wondering about the Miami part. I have bloody messaged him too about the fact he has it for sale in America.
You referring to the eBay link posted? Carl is in Somerset and so is his workshop. The link posted is a franchise of his products that are sold in the US. The rights are all held by Carl.
So you guys are shitting me this shit works? Do these only work in V6s or turbos? What about Ecotechs?
We don't shit on this site. I had one on my Eco and it made 156 bhp on the rollers. Only other mod was a Magic Tree air freshener.
Don't take the piss, mate. Magic Tree air freshener is not a serious mod. But I'm interested in this. Has anyone on here got one on their turbo?
I'm proud to say that Carl chose my Ecotech to test the prototype on. It churns out a bit more power than the ones he's selling now, 181 bhp at the wheels, but he had to change the design slightly due to tooling issues. I've had it fitted 2.5 years now without a problem. Highly recommended.
Trig? Really, 181 bhp, you jammy fuck. BAC was telling me about the early model, and I thought he was shitting me. I'm so jealous now. Would you sell it, or maybe trade for mine, and some cash your way?
Afraid not. I put a lot of time and effort in going to Somerset and back when Carl was developing this, and we established a real bond. Not in a gay way, although I think Carl was tempted, but a strong bond nonetheless. It would be like cheating on my wife if I let it go after all we went through. Just couldn't bring myself to do it. Sorry, you will not talk me round. It's a one-off. And besides, I love the looks I get when I'm blasting past BMWs in my supercharged Ecotech. By the way, I'll be on a strip at PVS this year. I'll post some videos. I'm aiming for sub-13s.
Was going to go for a Rexy cam in my let for extra gain, but think I'll be doing this instead. Carl said he'll get back to me about my order when things settle down after having their newborn. Cannot wait.
Seriously, mate, dump the XE and do it. You will not believe the difference. We are going to rig up a twin supercharger setup. One charger per 2 cylinders on Dr. Zure's Ecotech. If it was not for the fact that his is an auto, he'd be in the high 11s, I'm sure.
I think that's a waste in Zux's car. From what Shifty has been telling me, is that he cannot drive for shit. The words of Shifty, not me.
Shifty is a lying cunt, and what does he know? He's got a pug diesel.
Yeah, but he says you're gay. That makes it okay to have a pug diesel. Now personally, I do not agree with him. I think you're lovely. True, true. Last year at PVS, the good doctor had to get his granddad to drive his car up the strip cause he was a better driver, and he lost his right leg and left ball in the war.
Fuck you. It is nearly true though. My mate Pete did drive the car down the strip as I didn't bring the paper part and Pete drove it like an old bastard. His excuse, I didn't want to break it. Fuck me, there were enough of us there to fix it. If he didn't, I'm in the fucking RSC would have pushed the car back to the car park and rang them. Cheers, Trig, this still makes me rant. What a wanker at driving my car. Then to top it all, he blew my fucking 15-inch toxic subwoofer up. What a cunt. Right, fuck you all.
Look, here is Mr. Carl.
I do not make the charger, although I did try making my own, and it would have worked if it was not for those pesky kids. Really, it's not me doing and selling these. So you can all stop sending me a PM now. I would be rich if I did make them, and would not be driving around in a 500-pound Calibra.
What are you talking about? I want my money back. If that's the case, all I got told us they are a drain on your battery, so who has one fitted? Anyone have a pic of one fitted to an Ecotech?
I wouldn't bother on the Ecotech. The Supercharger doesn't force enough air in. There's a guy in Germany who makes a dynamo-powered supercharger which bypasses the problem of draining the battery. Basically it is the same design as the one in the eBay link, but has a wire with a small box and wheel that attaches to the hub on the driver's side front. You make the small wheel on the box make contact with the drive shaft. I don't know if you are familiar with how a dynamo works, but basically as the drive shaft turns, the small wheel rotates faster than the drive shaft, which creates electricity, which in turn runs the supercharger. I know it sounds really complex, but it's very simple and effective. I'll try and dig out his eBay link on German eBay so you can have a look. He trades as Dinofail. Last Eco R&R tested with panel filter and stainless exhaust was 162 bhp.
Interesting. I get the concept though, sounds a bit fiddly to fit. Is it easy shifty?
I know it sounds hard, mate, but it's very simple and saves carrying around the weight of extra batteries.
I'm very tempted to get one of these on the 3-liter, especially as it's running 237 bhp already. Now what I want to know is this: how good is the charger in the eBay link, as it appeared to be the least best performer on the video? It's the scuba pump. Hang on a minute. You are all a shower of shite. I fucking thought it was too good to be true. Glad amusement was had by all though. Well, thanks, because Gav, I went and told the guys at work about it today, and 2 of them want one ordered. I also told them about your Formula 1 claim. They just looked at me like I had 2 heads, but I convinced them it was true. I hope they forget about it now.
The bit about Carl having a gay crush on me was not a joke.
Anyway, I'm gonna go in on Monday morning and say I can't believe you twats fell for it. That should take the heat of me.
Victory is ashes. GRED Robs, Gaves, Dr. Zewers, Triegs, Dan SE4s and shifters, but he is a cunt.